Welcome. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Milan. I'm an up-and-coming indie author with 2 novels out. So excited that you're here with me. This YouTube is about connecting with new readers, current readers, and people who are just interested in seeing what an author does, a new up-and-coming author does with his life, and how I actually am trying to make it in this indie world while having a full-time job and trying to raise 3 beautiful kids. I wanted to discuss a few things today, so let's get started. Number 1, I've had a bit of a moment of introspection in the last a month or so, where I'd actually decided to change things up on this channel. Yes, it's a new channel. Yes, I was planning to do a few things, but I am actually going to be changing it up. So, first and foremost, the biggest change is I won't be doing a series called Author's Eye, where I review random shows. I don't feel that actually aligns with what I'm trying to achieve here in being an indie author. So I want to change the channel content and what I am giving you guys actually more towards something that is authentic and bookish, not related to shows or anything like that. I want YouTube to be able to recommend these videos to the correct people, hence why we'll be changing that. So number 1, that series is gone. If you were looking forward to that, I'm sorry to disappoint you, that won't be happening anymore. Instead, the content will be focused around book and bookish things and the journey of being an indie author, right? I will get a lot more granular with the things I do, how I present things to you. The content I'm creating will actually focus a lot more on how and what it is to be an indie author. I think that is way more conducive to what I want this channel to be, so that you as the reader hopefully can fall in love with what I'm presenting you, and then from there become a fan. That's the plan actually for 2025. All right, what is the actual plan for 2025? I've had a bit of a think and I wanted to do a few things this year. Number 1, I'm going to be writing a couple of novellas for a contest, a writing contest. There are a few reasons for this. The main one is I actually want to see if what I am writing is good enough to be part of a contest or even compete or win a contest, right? So I'll be working on some brand new ideas, dystopian usually, gritty, science fiction, that I'll be submitting to this contest. I'll have a link down below to show you where I'll be submitting my works. For the next 4 months, I'll be releasing my novellas in audiobook form. Yes, that's right. All 4 of my novellas I'll be pushing out to YouTube in audiobook form during the middle of the month. These stories give a broader and bigger view on the Galaxis universe and actually fill in a couple of the gaps that the main books don't. If you're keen on that and you want to see what I've written, they will be dropping on this YouTube channel the next coming months. In the same breath, I'll be having a think as to what I want my second part of this channel to be. So the first part will be this, updating you on what I'm doing, my current writing progress, etc, etc. The second part is something I really want to start structuring around more bookish content. So if you have something that you want me to drop, please let me know and I'll implement that. I could be looking at that. If not, I'll have a think in the next couple of months, and so stay tuned for that. Another thing for 2025 is I want to read more. So much so, I actually got a Kindle. And yeah, I've been loving it. So if you know me, you know that I am an avid gamer. I love video games. And so it's been hard almost reading a lot more than I am playing video games. But I've seen the change already in mind clarity, and also just the reading cool stories is actually really good and super fun so far. The other thing to note with that is if I want to be a really good writer in a decade's time, I think I will have to read a lot more than at least I was. So the wife was so kind, she went out, got me a Kindle, and I'm actually diving into the A Song of Ice and Fire series. I'm on book 3 now. I did read 2 books last year, so don't worry, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that into reading. Those are massive books. But if you wanted to follow along on what I'm reading and see my reviews on the things I am reading, you can follow me down on Goodreads and tag and read along. That would be pretty cool. So if you wanted to follow along for that, I'll be dropping the link for that to my profile down below, and you can follow along as to when I read more for 2025. My writing progress. Now, in a previous video, you would have seen I was planning to write a lot in February. I've actually changed my mind a lot, and I've restructured things to produce quality over quantity this year. As I'm diving into the world of YouTube, I've bought myself some space to try and do this well, as well as focus on a few new ideas I've been working on in my head and not be bogged down by, I guess, the same series I have been running for the last 2 or 3 years. So I wanted to explore those new novellas and new ideas this year, and I've started with that. I've nailed down 3 chapters, which is not that much, that I know I can write a lot more, but I'm happy with the progress I've made so far and the words I've written down. So I'll be looking to submit this first novella in June, I believe, is the first contest date for the first contest to see where that goes. So very excited for that. I'm working with that. I'll be chipping away at that and sending that through to my editor soon to get moving with that. So very excited for that. Again, new world, new universe, super dystopian. Very, very excited to share more details. Oh, by the way, if you're subscribed to my newsletter, as per down below, you will get access to these novellas as soon as I'm able to send them to you. So make sure you are this year, because I will be writing a few of them and sending them through to you for a read and feedback. So that would be cool. So last but not least, what the hell is Kindle doing? I've recently come across a few channels. I mean, I just bought a Kindle, right? Out of my naivete. But I just realized they told me that you won't be able to download your books anymore on PDF. So if you have a Kindle, maybe consider not getting one. So that's a bit silly. I've heard that you won't be able to actually download any of the books you've bought. I think there's a couple of days left as of making this video, maybe a day left. So I would hurry and get those books downloaded so you have your own copy. Not sure. This is really quite predatory from a big corporation to do that to people. Really frustrating. It's following a trend that I've seen with software companies where they basically say you don't own any of the games you've bought or things like that. It's quite sad. So really hoping to see that actually changes. Anyways, that's a side rant. See you in the next one. Peace.